Welcome to a very special Time Warp Live TWL, our Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah.
And as you notice, we're not sitting in the usual store spots as we are. We are actually sitting in the dining room of Dan and Nikki's home. Mm-hmm. So, Nikki, thank you for welcoming us into your home.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know you're on the show every week, but this is your personal home.
Yeah, well, it kind of, I mean, we were kind of joking. It came up when we talked about, using different china patterns and setting a table. And when we were talking about Pyrex, even, I said, well, I use my old autumn leaf pattern, and I actually use it at Thanksgiving. I set the whole table. And you said, oh, we should just film it at your Thanksgiving table. And I was like, you know what?
I will never forget that, too, because as soon as you said, we should.
Dan was watching live at home, and he's messaging like, what did you just say?
But it was cool, and I'm thankful for it because, we get to set an actual table using your favorite pattern, which is...
Autumn Leaf.
Autumn Leaf. Yes. And you guys will see that in a little bit. But we're sitting here in your dining room. We're at this table, which is a standard table in a formal dining room. Mm-hmm. And we're going to show how it extends and gets smaller and stuff like that. Yeah. But before we do that, you've got some special pieces that you have here that you like to talk about. And you can use these for centerpieces.
Absolutely. They stay mostly in china cabinets or up high because I do have cats. But luckily, Dan was welcoming enough when we started dating, and I said, well, I collect antiques, and I have all these collections. His house is a 1920s bungalow, and so we have a front room that's very much more like a formal parlor or sitting room. So I've got my cabinets in there, and we'll do a snapshot of my Roseville collection. Right. But he ended up liking it too and was fine with me displaying my whole collection of...
So these are both Roseville?
Yeah, these are older Roseville Rose Craft.
Very Art Deco.
Very.
I love this.
These are right at the edge of the arts and crafts movement.
What is this one called?
That's just, it's called Rose Craft Panel, and then it's nude.
I love that. It's like silhouettes of nudes.
Oh, yeah. They're gorgeous. That's one of my older pieces, and I think it just has the R stamp on the bottom instead of the Roseville scroll.
Yeah, it does. The R stamp on the bottom.
So that's an older piece. Those are they did the stamp from 1905 to, I think, 1912.
And one of these days we're going to do a Roseville, because we know a lot of people, including you, that have a ton of Roseville.
Yeah, we'll do a Roseville collection.
What is this
episode.
one?
That is, it's funny. The pattern is called Vintage.
Oh, is it really?
But it's meant to be like vintage as in vineyard because it's grape leaves. So wine vintage. Yeah, so they were using that as a term probably before vintage was even a term because it was at turn of the century.
We set that back up.
So now it's hard to search now because you look up Roseville vintage vase. And they all are because now it's terminology instead of just the pattern name.
So these are really cool, and like you said, we'll show your other Roseville collection too. But stunning. And I'm excited because you actually cooked a full meal.
Well, yeah, that kind of came about too because I was like, well, if I'm going to have you guys all over and we're going to set this table and talk about eating and Thanksgiving dinner and it's Thanksgiving week and I know we all have families spread out everywhere. I'm like, why don't I just actually make a nice little condensed Thanksgiving meal too? And then the staff can all eat together.
I think that's awesome, and I appreciate it.
And then we can chit-chat and,
I mean, we all thank you. I can tell, don't we?
It's starting to smell good in here.
Everybody. Yeah. It is starting to smell really good in here.
And thank Martha, because we use Martha Stewart's secret breast side down turkey recipe, which I will share as well because you guys, I get rave reviews ever since we started using this recipe for the bird. The first year that Dan and I did Friendsgiving, I was like, I don't want to screw up the turkey. There's nothing worse than when you go to somebody's house and it's bland and it's dry.
Did you call 1-800-Butterball?
No, I Googled, and any recipe, I either do Alton Brown or I do Martha Stewart.
That's awesome.
And she had one that said if you want a moist bird and you don't want any dry, boring white meat pieces and, you want flavorful and savory, I'm like, all right, let's try it. And it's knocks it out of the park.
I love that.
Every time we feed it to people, everyone's like, this is the best turkey I've ever had. So now that we have, that's another reason I was like, why don't I cook too? Because I love making this recipe.
So we're going to be talking about the table here in a few minutes, and then we're going to show you how to set maybe not perfect, because we don't want to go for perfect, because perfect destroys things that are good.
Set a nice table, but we're also not Downton Abbey with like 12, salad forks and pickle spoons and sardines and oyster
So when you see
crackers
this is everyday table
kind of
setting.
a normal, where to put the silverware, where to put the water glass.
And then we're going to sit down and we're going to eat and we're going to say what we're thankful for, and you guys are all going to get to hear it, and you're going to get to see Roberto and everybody, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So let's do this, shall we? All right. So, Nikki, we're standing here in the same dining room. And this is your table, 1920s, 30s, Steve? And you just unlocked it for us so that we didn't look silly on it.
Yeah.
So these tend to unlock underneath how?
So there's 2 locking mechanisms that pull out each way.
Okay.
Underneath, and there's just 2 cutouts essentially, and then 2 metal brackets that drop down on both sides.
Perfect.
So you just pull them and it unlocks it.
And
this one in particular isn't the best kept, I think. And
yeah, it's a
kinda
little
loud
rickety.
clicks.
Yeah.
Well, they will,
It's
yeah.
very loud.
I mean, like you can see down in here, there is some spacing.
And it's metal mechanism, so, standard upkeep, the 44D, right? WD-40. Okay. Maybe we can cut that out.
Oh no, we're leaving that. You're very manly, Jason. Good job.
So over time they will rust. So standard maintenance of the, what is it called? I can't remember.
WD-40.
That sounds better. So let it roll. Because we're about to pull this open, right?
Yeah, and we don't even really need to expand the table, but when we do our Friendsgiving and we have 12 or 13 people sitting around it, we need it. But I just thought, being that with the antique store, we would show how cool the self-stowing leaf is.
And
so it takes some force.
It takes some force. It's done by, oh my goodness.
To make sure we're all the way unlocked.
Yeah. That's unlocked, and that one's good.
Push it back together then.
Push it back together.
There we go.
And, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, the buckle, that's why.
That's why. Okay.
But see, it has 2 leaves that self-stow inside underneath the table.
Oh, look at that.
And look how neat that is. And
Very
then they
mid-century looking.
Yeah.
Look at how beautiful. And then the red really turns it into quite the table.
Yes, quite a bit bigger. And then you just push it back together again.
And you've got, that's huge. You're right. So when you have 12 people.
Dan was looking at the house, he came from very bachelor, no major furniture. And this was in here, the china cabinet that matches and the bar. And they said, well, it's kind of outdated, it's big and bulky. We want to leave it. Would you just give us an extra, couple $100 on
this? Total. They wanted
And so we were like, well, yeah, because it's a formal dining room.
And
we
that
need to furnish it
happens more
anyway.
and more lately. That happens more and more lately when people sell the older homes and it has the heavy furniture in it. Because I had a friend who just bought a house who they didn't want the furniture and they paid him $200 to keep it.
Oh yeah, and we were like, absolutely,
I think
it fits the age of the house.
You came with me to initially look at the place. We were like, the table's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
This is so cool. And
it's in very nice shape because they've got the cover that goes on it.
Long enough so you can have sex on it without your legs hanging.
Yes, that's true too.
Yeah.
So you had a padding, I know.
You're not very tall to begin with, so
you had a padding on it before that was manufacturer. Do you have a padding that fits this size too?
Yeah.
We do
so then you can.
Oh my goodness.
Inserts to go to that.
Extra inserts.
It used to clip and felt together nicely, but over the years it just so we have to masking tape it repeatedly.
1930s.
Extra for the pad.
Yes. Well, and it's also great
so
because we have friends that are bourbon drinkers, and if we have people over to play cards or tabletop games, whiskey or any high-proof alcohol, if you set it right on the wood table, will burn into. So, we keep the pad on all the time, under a tablecloth or not. It protects it. Cat claws, that scratch was already in the table when we got it. It gives it some character, but we're trying to keep it in a nice a shape as we can.
So let's drop this real quick just to show them because you just pull back.
Yeah, pull it back open a little bit.
Now, kids these days, they probably wouldn't know how to do this because
I know
they're either eating out or something.
How cool is that?
But
though?
Look at this. And this is from the 1930s. So you guys, you got to realize this was from way before all of us were born.
I thought this
way
was
before
pretty
our
interesting
parents were born, for that
then.
matter. that this could lasted this much. Just imagine how many decades, how many
Right back.
more years this could last a family. So
Oh,
you guys use
absolutely.
it for, this proves, Steve, that your theory that we are only caretakers of these things because they move through generations, whereas we stop.
This is already 100
Yeah.
years old.
Yeah.
I mean-
it really is.
2 or
It's
3
essentially 100
Yeah.
years old.
Yeah.
So you think of the lifetime it had before you bought the house.
I'm sorry?
Think of the lifetime it had before you bought the house.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I love the table. I love the buffet and everything. I think
Yes.
it adds so much character to the room.
It does.
You can't
And-
go buy a new 3-piece set
No.
Plus
for
you're-
that little amount of money and this quality of
And
real
this
wood.
house is 1920s, 30s?
Yeah.
1927.
20
Okay,
27.
so your central area in a home during that time was the dining room because that was where everything was done.
Mm-hmm.
That is where the families gathered. That is where everything happened. So it fits perfectly within the home, I think.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're sitting. This is the hutch that he was talking about.
Yeah, that
and
matches the table.
It's gorgeous, of
Right?
course.
Wow.
These are the dishes we're going to set this. Tell us about the dishes.
So I have always liked vintage kitchenware in general.
Mm-hmm.
The stack of bowls is a Pyrex set that obviously it coordinates with this, but isn't a Hall Autumn Leaf.
Right.
But I had this piece that got passed down from my grandma, and I
Oh,
use it
that's
for
cool.
cranberry relish, and they call that a Tootsie Roll top if you're looking up Hall Autumn Leaf, but it's a grease jar. So my mom said my grandma used to have it always setting on the stove, and she would pour her extra bacon grease in it because that's how everybody cooked back then. You
So it
keep
started
your
with
bacon
one
grease
piece.
or lard. Yep. So it started with that, and I thought it was cute. And I said, well, let's see what else comes in this China pattern. And sure enough, everything comes in this
This
China
is
pattern.
the mark. It's by Hall, Hull, not to be...
No, Hall, Hall.
I'm sorry, Hall, not to be confused with Hull.
Correct. And for a while, this was in conjunction with Jewel tea.
Is it?
You would save your points from your tea packets, and you would get dinnerware. And now there's still there's conventions. There's still a collectors club. They still make new pieces to this day. Every year they do an anniversary
They probably
piece.
have a tablecloth too, don't
I
they?
bet they do. And
One of
maybe
these
next
days
year
we
we'll
could come
have a
across it.
matching
You never
autumn
know.
leaf.
Okay, well, I
tablecloth.
just set that there, and I know that we're not going to leave it there because we need the food there.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to start setting the place settings, right?
So if I had, I didn't do cranberry sauce today,
Mm-hmm.
but that's where that would go.
Okay.
I do have a butter dish.
Okay.
So there should be room for all the serving stuff in the center.
And the serving stuff, when it comes to dish sets like this, and this is with any dish set, whether it's fine china or whether it's everyday wear,
Mm-hmm.
the more valuable things tend to be the serving pieces.
Yes, they get handled the most
Yeah.
and dropped.
And so
you go to the kitchen to
plus,
refill.
if during those times in which you register for weddings and stuff,
Oh yeah.
the family tend to like to buy the place setting so you have something to eat off from.
Absolutely.
And it'll either be immediate family like parents or yourself that will buy the serving pieces. So that's what makes them more rarer.
Yes. Now the gravy boat would normally have a smaller saucer that goes under it. I don't have it, but I'm just using a vegetable bowl because I don't want to get gravy all over the
I
table.
was just going to say, it'll save your...
It's already not, perfect condition tablecloth,
but
we're
this
gonna,
is what we want to show
we're
you.
gonna do that.
Is how because not all of us have what you're supposed to have.
Correct.
Not all of us can sit a Martha Stewart table.
Right, and I've
You know what I
collected these
mean?
pieces over 20 years.
We don't have the hundreds of
and
millions
I never
she
even got to
has.
use them before, so.
That's what I'm saying. As collectors, though, is it cooler to find the whole set at once, or is it a much cooler experience to find them as you come by them?
Oh, no,
You know
I
what
get
mean?
excited when I'm in a store or at an estate sale and I'm like, oh, there's a piece of my pattern,
So, Steve
if I
got
really
in-
need to get a lot of it, I will.
Steve got in, how many pieces? A few pieces a couple months ago?
Maybe
Because your
8
mom
or
bought
10.
you some of it.
Oh, yeah, she saw it right away and was like, before you put
Because
that
you
out.
don't see a lot of it, like the double coffee maker
Yes.
and the
Yes.
stuff like that. So,
And
all
I've
right,
got
so,
some pieces like that behind us that, are
Right.
part of my collection that we're not using for the
Right.
set table today, but there's some cool stuff there,
So
too.
is this the what they called the turkey platter back then?
I don't know if they have a larger platter, but that's the largest one I have.
Because I know that back in what years are these from?
They
Steve?
started 30s, maybe?
1930s?
Like, are the oldest pieces, and then it was
1930s?
very big in 40s, 50s.
Okay, so in 1930s, 40s, you got to remember, people were smaller, they ate
Yeah.
less.
I mean,
so,
normally I'd be using this.
you know,
but since
yes,
we're going
this is
with
a more
the China,
this is a 2000s platter.
No, that one's
This is
not
a no. I'm talking
Oh,
size.
food size, yes.
That's a 2000s dinner plate.
This is a 2000s dinner plate. Yes.
Now it's like
So-
dark meat, white meat.
And you know what? They probably did use this size for the main
Probably,
meat course.
yeah,
And
they
look at
weren't
the
always-
difference between 1930s and today.
Yeah.
Even though this is even 70s or 80s.
Yeah, when we
Probably.
do Friendsgiving with a dozen friends here, I think we did an 18-pound bird the one year, and I mean, it like barely fits on this
Exactly.
platter. Deconstructed.
Okay, so this is pretty much what we're using today.
Yep, and let me move the silverware. We're gonna do a bowl for mashed potatoes and a bowl for stuffing, and
I
that
love
should be
that.
all of the
What you use for the
food
serving.
on the table, and then we're gonna set our places around it for
All right,
our
that's
6 people.
Very good. But let me tell you.
And
so,
this you can like speed up with. Oh yes. Oh my God, these.
because they're sitting on the what
They're
we
too
need
special.
next. We just brought these for
I'm in love.
Nikki as a housewarming gift, or not housewarming, as a
Hostess
gift for
gift,
the
yeah.
the hostess gift.
Well,
because you
Steve
should always
told
bring a
me-
hostess gift.
Yeah, especially for holidays.
And these are girly candles.
Steve told me he was bringing girly candles for Thanksgiving. I envisioned the turkeys,
Right.
which I would have been
But
fine
this,
with. I've
we
never
thought-
seen these.
We thought matched.
and they look so beautiful.
Matched.
I'm like, I'll light them for 2 seconds.
So okay.
And then we've got,
So we'll set them as a stack here.
yeah, so everybody can get a dinner plate, and I think that would technically be a
1,
salad
2,
plate.
4,
6.
6.
We're gonna do 2 and 2 and 1 on each end.
All right. So we're gonna do this.
And we're probably
Now-
oversetting the table as well, but some people like to not have all their food touched. Some people like 1 plate for dessert.
Yep.
Some people like 1 plate for their roll to keep it dry.
Also, you notice there's no placemats.
No.
And stuff like that, because you don't always have to have them. They're nice to have sometimes, but you know what? That's more work you have to do at the end of the dinner.
Yeah.
Because you have to wash those along with the tablecloth, along with the stuff like that. The table setup, there is a etiquette way of setting a table,
Oh,
but there
absolutely.
is no real way of setting a table. You set a table to your likings and how you want your dinner to go.
Yeah.
So, if somebody wanted to put plate mats under this, they could do that.
Yeah, and I have burgundy ones that I use at Christmas
Soup
that could
bowls.
also, and yeah, soup, or if we were doing salad.
Again, today's soup bowl. And back then.
Or cereal bowl if you have teenagers.
That's mine.
Jethro Bull.
But so
Right, exactly.
most of your largest eating dishes would be in the center. And then we have
I love the size of these, though.
what would be, I know,
I mean,
right?
they're good sized
They
bowls.
are, especially when everyone's like, mashed
bowl of
potatoes.
mashed potatoes.
Then we're going to give everybody,
Then it goes right here under my shirt.
we're going to give everybody also a dessert plate
Okay.
and a snack plate. And then that way, like I said, if you want to put a
You're
piece of
doing it on the
pie
left?
by itself, yeah, because the water glass goes on the
Yeah.
right.
Oh, I got the little ones. Do we have any more big ones?
Nope.
Thank you.
We do.
So what goes on the right? Right?
Water glasses. Or wine goblets if you're using wine goblets, but I do actually have
Okay.
these killer frosted.
I gotta tell you,
Aren't
I
these
have
great?
never seen these.
Mom found these for me.
I'm,
I was
we
so
do a lot of
jazzed.
vinyl work on Pyrex and stuff, and I was gonna ask her, did you make these to make a mat?
Right?
But these are original.
These were probably made in the 70s when
But they were-
swanky swigs and
yeah.
stuff were super popular.
But look at them; they're the exact same
Isn't that
pattern.
cool? And then you could also do, if you do water glasses, you can also do wine glasses. If if everybody wants water and wine or milk or
Right.
tea. But I'm just doing one glass for everybody. They can decide whatever they
think
want
one
to
goes
put
right there.
in. Yep.
That one goes here. So
And then-
look, I think the table's turning out beautifully.
I know.
Don't tell me you have the silverware too.
No, I will
Oh.
get the silverware one day, but right now I just have a pretty piece of vintage pattern that's, of
Now
course,
this
water spotty, even though I just washed them.
is a baking dish.
I know, isn't that one cool? And I do
This
put
is
these
a-
in the oven. That can go. It can absolutely go in the oven.
So this
No
is all
price tag
this is
on
all
it 'cause I
pottery.
just bought it.
Oh. But look, it doesn't matter. I mean, for $5, come on, good for
Right?
you. So this is all pottery down
Yes.
here. This is cast iron with
No,
enamel.
I don't
Cast
think it
enamel?
is. I
No?
think it's just really heavy duty. This is like
Oh, it might be.
serious.
It feels like it's
ceramic.
heavier than normal. But this is something you'd bake your casserole in or something.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
have done green bean casserole in that. I've done green bean casserole in this. They have gone right in the oven. I'm doing an extra big batch
So-
in a regular old crock because.
Do you have more going on the table besides the silverware?
Nope, that's it.
All right,
Just
then we'll
silverware,
show
and then
some of
we're
this
ready to
stuff,
go.
Too, because
Yeah.
that is, I moved that over not to block
Sure.
you from in there, but so we're just doing, and we're gonna put them on the right hand side.
Do you know how to do silverware?
I'm asking.
Daniel,
Does Dan know how to do silverware?
he worked as a waiter at a nice country club, and I can never remember.
I love that. Okay, Daniel.
Fork, knife, spoon, babe, help.
So
He knows better than I do. I never remember.
Here.
I have to look it up.
Alright,
let me move these out of the way.
now you're good. So,
One for each place set.
fork, or I'm sorry, knife.
On the right,
Yep, knife on the right.
blade facing
And then
in.
normally you have blade facing in, and then normally your glass will go directly above that.
Oh, directly above.
Directly
Okay.
above. And then
If we have the
Yep.
room.
Yeah.
If not, we're kind of crunching a little.
Right.
And then a large fork. Large fork is your dinner fork, right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your salad fork, goes right next to it.
And so then if we want to save one for pie,
Okay, so
salad,
this is
sweet
a
and savory
right-handed
fork.
setting.
Yes.
It's a right-handing
This is
setting.
how I've
because-
always been
yep.
taught. Every restaurant
Nope.
I've ever worked at has always gone.
It's
this way.
rare to find a left-handed setting, but
Okay.
Sorry,
because
Mom.
you cut with your right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, now you can spoon.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Awesome. Well, thank you.
yes.
Okay, so
So we can just speedy do
let's
this
do
silverware.
this real quick. I'll do all the knives. And
right.
we're gonna wipe them off before we eat them
Oh,
because I dropped the fork.
yeah,
we're
that's
gonna
fine.
wash them off, so don't worry. This is to show you.
Even though I just cleaned them, they're still water
Okay,
spotty
so
anyway,
that's
of
going
course.
to the.
Big fork, big fork.
Oh, I'm getting thrown off here.
I know.
Okay, so this goes over here, right? Mm-hmm. Because, right?
He just knows how to use it.
Spoon.
I know how to use them. You know what? I've never learned. So
Oop, that's a
let me explain something here. The reason I know about some of these dishes
Little
is
fork.
for 9
Little
years I worked
fork.
as the training manager for Bed Bath & Beyond, and they would send me to different places. And they sent me to Lenox in New York once to learn the place settings.
So you did
Not-
wedding
I did.
registries and
but
stuff,
they
right?
never taught us how to sit a place setting. They taught
Really?
us what each piece was and what it was made of.
No. Well,
But
I mean,
not-
that's still helpful.
Yeah, and how to sell it.
exactly, right?
But and then when I worked for the wedding companies, we never did the place settings. We came in after the place settings were done and made the table come to life with the floral. Do you know what I mean? So it was already set. I've always wanted to learn, but look how it's coming together. And I love these.
And it
Tell me
looks
about
very
those.
proper when you have, all your different sizes. And
love
aren't
those.
they pretty? I think they're
They are
probably
pretty.
more modern too, but the color
They
went well.
probably are, but they're perfect for
Yeah,
this.
they are. I really like those.
I love candlesticks on a table. If you're
do
having
too.
formal dinner, I love candlesticks on the
I'm
table.
a big centerpiece for a table.
It is.
And one of the things that I do want to say, is if you are going to have a centerpiece in your table, you want to make sure it's low enough to see across the table to the person that you're
yeah, you don't want to
sitting
be
with.
doing one of these all night.
And remember that centerpiece gets removed when the food comes in.
Yeah.
So don't try and fit all of the food on the table
Yeah.
with the centerpiece.
But that's why a sidebar is great.
It is. You move it over there.
And also,
or you
like,
put the food over
say
there.
somebody brought rolls and two people brought pies, and somebody doesn't like green bean casserole, so they
Right.
wanted Brussels sprouts. You can set some of the hot dishes over
Yep.
there too, and then pass and
Or
set them back.
Even let's say that you wanted to keep the centerpiece on there, or there was something memorable that you wanted to keep on. You
Yeah.
could line your food up over here.
oh yeah,
And you could easily serve
yeah.
yourself.
Oh yeah, you can go buffet style. When
Buffet
there's 12
style.
people at this table, when it's fully extended, and I have 12 place settings, and like you can
is
scoot your chair
beautiful.
in like this. We don't do all the big bowls. Like the gravy stays on the table
Yeah.
because of course it does. Salt and pepper goes on the table. Butter. Other than that, we'll pick up a big serving bowl. Everybody fills their plate, and then we put it there or in the front room on that
Perfect.
table too, as like a landing area.
That is
and
cool.
then we designate, one person to get up out of their seat and
do
get
you
more.
use this during every holiday season when you entertain here? Do you use this during
Just for Thanksgiving.
Just for Thanksgiving?
For
So
Christmas, I do winterberry. my fall
so there's
staff.
another whole table
So we'll
full
see you
of
next month.
So I love that. Don't tell me. Do you have an Easter pattern too?
No,
Oh,
no, I
okay.
don't. No. Mom's
But-
got a pretty China pattern from Dad's grandma.
You could have an
Yeah.
Easter.
So we do a very pretty set that we
it's
do use
pale
for
gray
Easter.
with silver and pink roses.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you could.
Or the floral set that you use at,
And
the,
you're
at
gonna have to
Easter.
put addition
So-
on just to supply.
Right.
Or all of her China sets.
So one of the things I want to say is this is a complete set that Nikki has been collecting over
Yes.
years.
And you don't obviously need every
You don't.
little plate, extra plate. Depends
Exactly.
on how many different dishes
So-
you serve, how your people like to
Let me ask you
fill
something.
their plates.
When you started collecting this, you didn't have all these place settings,
No.
right? But you would use them along with other. So having an eclectic table,
Yes.
meaning that you have what you've collected of what you love so far, and then you mix it together
Yes.
with other stuff that matches.
Yeah. And that's
Like
why
you
I brought
did
in
here.
like the Pyrex bowls
Yep,
that
and
coordinate nicely.
What is this?
A cute cookie jar that I'm
I
not sure.
love
That's a little more
this.
mid-century.
I love
Isn't the
this.
shape cool?
The shape is fantastic. The colors match.
Yep,
The
it's all
season
fall
matches.
colors, exactly.
You know, not everything has to be matchy, matchy, matchy.
No, it doesn't have to be perfect. I've even got some old Grandma and Grandpa's Spice of Life, which is very, very popular again. But Spice of Life goes okay with this
Okay.
too. The plates are a little
These
whiter,
are
but
not easy to find.
no, they're not. And they're very well loved. That one
These
isn't, but
are
some of these
old.
have
oh,
had.
Nortaki made them. These are old Spice of Life.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I love
And
that.
then I've even got these cute ones for, you know, your
For the
friends
kitty
that don't like
table.
their food to touch, or the kitty
or the
table.
kitty table.
And they're
which,
ceramic too. but
when
they're
we're
cute.
filming the dinner, you will have to see because both Roberto and Steve will be at the kitty table. No, I'm kidding.
But
I'm
aside
kidding.
from your basic table set, I have, like you
A
said,
whole
I've been
bunch over
collecting for years.
here.
I've got a pretty teapot and
Yep,
3
she's got
different
stuff over
sizes
there.
of salt and pepper shakers.
We'll show you all that set
Yeah.
when it comes. But I am starving for food, and it's
All
going to be
right.
awesome.
Yes,
so,
the turkey
oh,
should be
look
done
at these.
soon. And yes, hot pads, which
remember
I
you
also
collect
do
these.
still collect these
Yeah.
at
But
my
look
old
at-
house.
It totally, you could totally
Right?
make this.
All the fall color
How
ones work.
great! You could use them as placemats underneath your small dishes.
Yep, and then you have
know
somewhere
what
to
I
set
mean?
the hot bowls when they
Right.
start coming out. I'll
You
put them
know,
under
they-
each of our serving
How beautiful!
things. Mm-hmm.
You know
And
what I
Steve's
mean?
great. He always finds me
Yeah,
these
he does.
still.
Yeah.
If he's estate sailing and he
Look
finds
at
these,
this
he's
one.
like, I got
love
you
it.
more.
Look at that one. Anyways, so the next time you see us, we're going to be sitting at a table eating. So we're sitting here at this wonderful table. Look at all this food. You guys must have had to work for hours to get this out.
I started around noon to get everything going, but I've learned how to time it, and
Right.
that was mom and dad learned very easily how to time. Plus, I use stovetop, and I just doctor it up.
I love
little.
that.
And, so some of
That's
it's
the best
easier
way
than
to
it
do
looks.
That's the best way to do it.
Casseroles are easy. Throw it in the oven. I constructed it
Absolutely.
earlier,
The hardest
so
part of cooking is getting everything done at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At the same
absolutely.
time.
Yeah.
I was a cook at IHOP. And
Were you?
Yeah.
yeah, timing everything to come out at the same time is difficult.
So we're going to go around the table and we're going to say what we're thankful for, I think. I think it would be interesting to do that. And I myself am thankful for TWL and for having friends and coworkers and, extended family like you guys. And I'm not saying that just because I'm on TV. I've known these two for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
And so, so I'm going to pass this on to Nikki.
I am thankful, that we've been friends and now coworkers for so long. I mean, it started with just me shopping with you guys, I think. I think we met at Gibraltar when we both had flea market booths. And
Yeah, not Gibraltar. That was at Tri-County.
Was it Tri-County? Okay.
It was Tri-County.
Regardless.
Same thing.
But also, I'm thankful for friends that become coworkers and vice versa.
I did have
we
too.
work together, but
Yep.
here we are all sitting. I wouldn't have invited everybody over for a meal if we were just
No, you wouldn't
I'll
have.
see you at work. So, yeah,
And
I
thank
love
you. The
that.
house is gorgeous. Everything.
I love that you've given me the opportunity to step up and be your
yeah.
co-host more.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, we probably should have done that a long time
Yeah,
ago because it's
probably.
been going really, really well.
Yep.
And I'm thankful for Hall Autumn Leaf
Yes.
China dinnerware because
The jewel tea man that delivered
yeah,
it.
exactly. Because
And
this
the-
gave us a great idea and a fun excuse to have dinner.
That's perfect then. Of course, Renee.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm thankful for my lovely little daughter that I only had one of.
Coach
I only have one of.
Yes.
Why?
Why?
It's your favorite daughter.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's my favorite daughter. This
There
is
you
true.
go.
I'm thankful I have wonderful friends and a sweetheart. I don't know what to call him. What do I call him?
You can still refer to him as a son-in-law.
Boyfriend-in-law?
Yeah, close enough.
I have wonderful bosses. great
I
job.
vouch for that.
Yes. Yes. And we have fun at work. It's wonderful. So, yeah. And I'm glad Nikki loves antiques the way I do.
Well, I inherited it from somewhere.
That
I
is
remember you guys
awesome.
pushing me in a stroller
You
around
got a
antique
better
shows.
chance of her taking care of you in the end then, too.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you would
Take care of
think.
old things
I
already.
take care of old things.
Maybe.
And when they break, she throws them in the trash.
Aw.
Sorry.
And Dan?
I'm thankful to be home. I'm thankful to be not deployed currently.
Yeah,
We're
yes.
thankful for
Well,
that.
thank you
My
for
little
your
brother's
service.
deployed right now, so
Yep.
he's
Hi,
kind
Kyle.
of missing it. So, but I'm thankful to be able to do this with everybody and be able to be home and participate. So,
Thank you. And Steve?
Thankful for you guys having us. I'm thankful for everybody that I know getting through another year, with the exception of your mom's dog Purdy.
Aw.
It was a good year for
Lost him
not
yesterday.
losing anyone. I can think, we did lose some, but just a good year. I'm just glad it went as well as it did.
Perfect.
I'm grateful for, to be in the business that I'm in of, advertising, marketing, podcasting, videography, stuff like that. I'm just grateful to all these guys because it's not easy. I find the older that you get, it's harder to find a group that's already established, a business that's already established, to come into something that's already been, sort of built up, and to have it be as easy as it's been with you guys and as fun. I mean, I can't even, imagine another place to work and be with people that are so fun and cool to hang out with. So that's what I'm thankful for, and thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys for joining us for Thanksgiving, and for Dan and I'm sorry, what's your name?
I'm so new.
Renee's daughter.
This lady.
And Nikki for opening your guys' house to allow us to film in it. And I do want to say we are extremely thankful for your service and for everything that you do to help keep us safe.
All the
And
guys out there that
yes,
Yep.
everybody you know and all those you don't know that are out there fighting for
like I
us.
said, my little brother's
Guys
deployed
and
right now,
girls.
so he'll miss Christmas
Aw.
and
Oh, it's your little
Thanksgiving.
brother.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. So,
you'll at least get to talk to him, won't you?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
We always have one or two of the three are not home at the same time. It's kind of
Yeah.
hard. So
Well, anyways, we are going to sign off, and you will be able to see us next week because we're going to have to jump into this food because we've been sitting here filming for a few minutes and dying because it smells so good. So anyways, thank you for joining us, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yep.
Yep.
Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving.
everyone.
And we will see you next Tuesday.